Have you heard about wonder? It's not just another.
Hi, Lucky, give me 1 second. My night is going good. I'm going to get started on your question. Hi, everyone. Welcome in. Like the stream, paid readings are open, but I will be on whenever you can. Like, super short. So, if you guys are donating, send in for paid readings, do it now. Because, yeah, might not even be on here for 30 minutes. Just FYI. So, let's see for Lucky. Let's see. What about him? Makes the connection so important to what about her? What about Lucky? The Temperance, the Four of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands. I feel like right away I get your patience, like you're very patient. You have an energy that's very calming, very harmonious. Um, you're not very like, how can I say it? Like over exaggerated. Like your energy is very calming. Um, I feel like with the Four Wands, you remind him of home. You feel like home to him. You feel like joy, like happiness, like very welcoming. And with the Three of Pentacles, I feel like he sees you as someone that he can work together with, that he can build with. The Nine of Wands, I do feel like he sees you as someone who could be very, I want to say like you stand your ground. You're very resilient. You're very, I feel like you can overcome things really easily. And then with the Fool here, I do feel like you're very lighthearted. You're very lighthearted. You're very spontaneous. You kind of bring this energy to him that talks about like possibilities, right? Where there's a lot of optimism. There's a lot of blind faith around him when it comes to you. and it brings him pleasure. With the Eight of Wands, I feel like he sees someone is very communicative, someone who is very I want to say like you adapt to changes easily, quickly. The Ace of Pentacles is here with the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like he values the fact that you're very hardworking, you're very stable. Again, you remind him of like abundance, of new opportunities, of prosperity. Um, you also show up to him as having very high standards, and that's something that he likes. The Five of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like there's things about you that go deep in the heart. Look, the Six of Cups is here again. So again, you're very like your energy feels familiar to him. Very comforting, very loving, very caring. It's again a sense of hope, of happiness, of like I feel like he feels nostalgic when he's around you. It reminds him of like better times, I guess. Um, and the King of Pentacles shows me like he sees you as someone who's very healthy, and like that he wants, and yeah, like he wants, like someone that he can build a stable connection with. He also sees you as someone who's very generous too, and he sees you as very compatible to him with the Two of Cups. So like very mutual energy. Like you guys have like mutual values, maybe mutual interests. So that is what I have for you, love. Hi everyone, welcome to my stream. If you're coming in, just FYI, I'm only going to be here for a very short time. So if you guys want to send for readings, do so now because I will be closing out soon. Alright, so that is what I have for you, Lucky. Alright, let me do Brianna's questions. Okay, you'll be after Bree because I have her on the list too. Bree, let me know if you're here. If not, let's see. Let me set these questions. Would I benefit more from detach? For Bree, we're going to do 822. Okay, would I benefit more from detaching from my manifestations, specifically the one I'm working on right now? Let's see. Oh. Let's check that. The Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. I would say yes. You're way too hyper focused on them is what Spirit is saying. And it's not in this alright, so when they're saying detach, it's almost like you can work on your manifestations, right? You can, I don't know how you manifest, but like me and the people that I coach, we affirm, visualize, like it when I think of detachment, it's more so like I have a routine. I affirm 3 times a day and I keep a mental diet. But am I checking for my manifestations all day long? No. Am I thinking about them all day long? Not really. But when I do think of them, I'll just affirm positively. So it's like for me, detachment may not be the detachment that you're saying, but Spirit is saying yes, you're too hyper focused on them. Maybe like constantly watching is what I'm getting. Like needing to be more practical about your manifestations, and more discipline when it comes to like whatever practices it is that you do. Alright, so that's the first one. Let's see the second one. Should I continue to try to get into the void state for my current manifestation? the Queen of Pentacles, the Two of Wands reverse. The Death card. I feel like Spirit saying there's something has to change here. So I'm gonna say no. Um, I don't, I don't know what a void state is. That's just not, yeah, anything that I would teach because a state, you can be at different states throughout the day. Um, but I feel like they're saying there's something here has to change. So I'm getting a no for that. Yeah, the magician is here. I don't know if you're giving your power to these states of mind or these states that you're talking about, but Spirit is saying like you're the magician, so there's no need for a state. More so like you just understanding your power and who you are and what you're creating. So needing to be more confident. I feel like I just got the Seven of Wands is trying to come out, so I'm just giving you extra information. I feel like you're causing more of a challenge here by trying to enter states than cause. So that's what I have for you, Bree. Hi, IJ. How are you? Hi, everyone. Welcome in. Like the stream. Just FYI, I will be closing the list soon. I'm not going to be on long. I came on because I had 2 donations, but yeah, I'm not going to be on long. Um, so if anyone is sending payments, do so soon. All right. So next is Lucky. All right, Lucky. Let me know if you're here. Wait, I called it. Wait, why? What you mean? Yo, I thought earlier when you sent me just a message, I thought Matt liked the comment. Lucky, are you here? Well, I'm gonna do your question either way. So, Lucky, so here's gonna be good. Let's see. For Lucky. Okay, you're here. All right, let's see. Yo, didn't I tell you, IJ? I told you. I told you. All right. So Lucky, let's see. Um, what is he hiding about his own life? Anything that comes out about finances? What is N hiding about his own life? Hi everyone, welcome in. Just FYI, I will be getting off soon, so I will be closing out super early today. The lovers. Okay. The high priestess. Um, the lovers and the high priestess. Clarify this for me, Spirit. The Knight of Pentacles. The Page of Cups. Do you know if he's seeing someone else? Because I'm getting possibly talking to someone else. Like, do you ever feel this? Like, intuitively? Because I am getting, there could be, I don't get a relationship, but there could be someone else that he's talking to. like trying to get to know. It feels early stages. Um, he's moving very slow. I will say that. Moving very slow towards this, I guess, a new connection. It feels like a new connection. Yeah, the Empress is here. I feel like he could possibly be talking to someone else right now. Like trying to get to know someone. The Empress with the, we'll just flip. The moon. Show me the moon. The Knight of Swords reverse. See, but I feel, so I do feel like there could be interest towards someone new. But what I'm getting with him is he's not really giving. I feel like it's almost like being impulsive, making impulsive decisions. So this is something that you may not know about him, where he just makes impulsive decisions, like makes decisions without thinking. So I do, but that's something separate from like possibly talking to someone, because I do see someone new that he may be interested in, but then something else that you may not know, like he's not as secure as he tries to be. He's not as secure as he pretends to be. There's a lot of fears and anxiety around him. With the Knight of Swords, just feels like someone who's very like, I'm gonna say reckless and unfocused. Um, Very unpredictable. Like has a disregard for consequences. Um, Show me more. The Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm telling you, I feel like I wanna say I feel like he could be interested in someone right now. Okay, why is the Eight of Cups here? I feel like when it comes to family, he's experienced a lot of disappointments. Um, I don't know if he has like abandonment issues. So he's someone that kind of just can't be alone, and that's kind of like a dangerous place to be in, because I feel like he'll be with just anyone, or like try to be around just anyone, just so he doesn't feel lonely. Just so he doesn't feel alone. I'm already done, Bree. Yeah, I've been done. Cause Lucky, yeah, it's just Lucky and IJ. With the World reverse, I feel like with him, he seeks a lot of personal fulfillment. Um, so this is why with him, things may not always feel balanced, because he looks for things that are personally fulfilling and kind of disregarding the other person. Um, like the other person's wants and needs. He wants things to be easy as well. With this World reverse, he wants to take shortcuts. Like, so if you're like someone that's showing up as like making him work for something, or at least like making him, how do you say that, like not giving in easy, he kind of just runs. um and again, he shows us someone that's trying to pretend that he's confident, but he's not. With the King of Cups and the Eight of Wands, I do feel like he's someone that hides his emotions because he's been hurt. um Anything else that she's, yeah, you see, like he's impulsive, and then he falls back with the Four of Swords and this, and with the Eight of Wands and the Four of Swords. Like he's somebody that is very drastic, very impulsive, and then once he gets what he wants, or he gets the attention, he'll just fall back. So that's what I'm getting. Like you need, like you're need, like seriously, like you're needing to be careful with his energy, because it's not very consistent. All right. So next is IJ, and thank you, Lucky. I hope that was helpful. Yeah, I was planning to be on for a little while, but I'm actually You think, yeah, that's probably why you probably intuitively felt. I always say when you're rejecting something, you are definitely seeing this energy. Oh, you were? Yeah, that's why the high priestess came up. You're the high priestess. Yeah, that's why I asked you if you felt this because I just feel his energy could be very unstable, and this is why it brings a lot of like chaos. Tomorrow, I think I'll be on. I don't have anything to do tomorrow, so that I can remember. So I think I'll be on during the day for a little while. Yeah, that makes sense, Lucky. Always trust your gut. You can never go wrong with trusting your gut. All right, let's see. Um, okay. All right, let's see. All right, Lucky, you'll be after IJ. All right, the Four of Swords, the Four of Pentacles. 1 second. The Seven of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune. You know what, IJ? I feel like with her too, I don't feel like she's looking for this stuff. It's popping up for her. So it's almost like how I would say it is like, when you're manifesting or you're doing stuff on your end, things are gonna show up on your person's end, right? So for her right now, I think it's just a lot of your posts. Not your posts, but like things that you've liked. Even if it was a long time ago, it's just popping up, right? And it's almost like it's like I'm gonna use the term universe here. way of like keeping you at the forefront. Um, I feel like, yeah, to me it feels it. I don't feel like she's looking for it. It's just it feels to me like she's scrolling, and then next thing you know, she's seeing this stuff, seeing things that again are connected to you, seeing things that again you're kind of whether you liked it, whether you commented on it, and it's giving her more insight of who you are, um, as a person on a deeper level, than just seeing your post. Um, I feel like she's definitely seeing a lot too. It's showing up a lot for her. The Wheel of Fortune is here showing the Five of Wands with the Knight of Cups. I feel like what she finds a conflict with though, um, is opening up emotionally. Um, show me the Five of Wands with the World. That is gonna come to an end though, IJ. Like her being so mentally conflicted right now. Because I do see her being mentally conflicted, but that will come to an end. There will be completion of that cycle, and then you see her kind of just following her heart. So I feel like all in all, this is just kind of like I said, using the term the universe is kind of putting things in front of her, so that honestly, like you're just always there. So you're showing like a whole lot for her, um, and it could be like picking up pace soon where she's just seeing you everywhere, literally. So that's what I have for that question, IJ. That's what I have for your first question. All right, let's see. Let's review the circle. Pay attention to. Wait, pay attention what IJ was in ATL. Let's see. Maybe the girl pays. Oh my god. Yeah. I feel like I got. So I have the Magician with the Page of Pentacles. Did you guys ever date or anything, IJ? I feel like there's a desire here. She wanted to communicate, by the way. She wanted to take some type of action towards you, even if it was to like extend an olive branch and be like, "Hey, what are you up to? Like, I would like to talk to you." Is what I'm getting. Um, yeah, like she wanted to talk to you. She wanted to send, again, extend an olive branch. Never did it. Okay. Yeah, the Three of Pentacles is here. So I definitely feel like she was paying attention. And I feel like she wanted to speak to you. So I guess maybe that's why she didn't do it. Because you guys never talk on that level. Well, I don't know if you guys have had any other conversations. But she did want to speak, is what I'm getting. She wanted to. I just heard network. So she's definitely interested in networking with you. Show me more. The Ten of Cups. She saw you with your family. She definitely saw you with your family. And again, I just get this energy of wanting to speak to you is the main energy that I get. So yeah, with the Three of Cups to try. So she definitely saw that you were there. She was definitely paying attention. She saw you were in celebration. That could have been also why she held back from like saying anything. Yeah, because I have the Four of Swords at the bottom with the Ace of Wands showing here. So she did want to say something. Oh my God, you got the Page of Swords. She wanted to say something, but I think she saw you're with family. You're at a family event. I'm not gonna do that. That, however, did not stop her from lurking. So that's what I'm getting, IJ. Let me see if I get anything else. With the Moon and the Eight of Pentacles, I think that when she first saw that you were there's like a sense of shock. Like she was not expecting that. She was not expecting to see you out there. It came like it really surprised her. And again, I just get this energy of like wishing you guys were like speaking, I guess, on any kind of speaking. So that is what I have for you, IJ. My head itches. All right, Lucky, you are next. Mm, mm. What else do I need to know about him? All right, let's see. What else does Lucky need to know about him that she doesn't know? What does she need to know? All right, so with the Two of Swords and the Ace of Cups, he is in an energy right now of avoidance. He's in an avoidance energy. Um, and it has to do with love. He wants love. This is the thing with him. He wants love. He wants marriage. He wants. I don't know if he has kids. He definitely wants it, but he's avoiding it. Show me more. Yeah, with the Page of Wands, to me this feels like even though he has all these strong feelings for you, I think that he's so afraid to settle down, that he starts to feel like he needs to see more options, to see what else is out there. So I do see him right now kind of like in this energy where he's enjoying freedom but still wanting love. So I show me more. Yeah, like the Nine of Swords. He does not like being alone. He does not like being alone. I feel like there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of worry. Could be insomnia too. Feeling hopelessness when it comes to love. Um, show me more. With the sun. So I feel like because he has fears when it comes to love, he chooses to play around. He chooses to not give in fully and just kind of like whatever happens, happens. Is the energy that I get from him. I have the Queen of Wands reversed. So for me, that does look like someone who is definitely not as confident as they say they are. Sometimes he can come up as very insecure and even selfish. Yeah, like the erratic, like very like crazy energy showing up again. Knight of Swords. So very impulsive to making decisions. By the way, I do feel like he's thinking about you right now. He's missing you with the Six of Cups. I am reminiscing, and I feel like you're gonna hear from him at some point. I feel like you will hear from him. So that's what I have for you, Lucky. I hope that's helpful. You're welcome. I feel like you're gonna hear from him really soon. Like kind of like out of nowhere. Like he's just gonna be like, "What's up? What you up to?" And thank you, Lucky. Just you can post. 1 second, y'all. You can post, just I'm gonna use the bathroom. Yeah, Lucky, you can. You're gonna be my last person. I'll be right back, Jess. Sorry. Hey, Anita. I'm helping with my sister with something, y'all. Just give me like a few minutes. Oh my God, Anita. By the way, I'm gonna work with that energy um from the reads today. that actor all day until I gotta get up again to make dinner. What time do you make dinner? I know. What time is it for you right now? All right, just let's see. Remember energy check. All right, we got a few cards here. The Three of Wands, the Justice, the Eight of Swords reversed, the Knight of Pentacles. Um, with the Three of Wands showing up first, to me, this is a November is going to be a month of preparation, progress, things expanding for you, new opportunities coming your way. You have the Justice, so it's all about balance, fairness, getting clarity is what I'm getting. Cause and effect, so like what you put out, you'll receive. You are showing up with the Eight of Swords reversed, so this tells me that you are letting go of some limiting beliefs. Um, you're releasing, yeah, negative thoughts. You're detached. Yeah, I've kind of been in that energy too, and it's so funny because I got a reading. It's so my people that I go to, I swear everybody gives me the same message in like different words, but they basically was saying like this person feels like I just am in a basically like you know like it is what it is, right? And I'm like, you know what? I'm not in a yeah, I'm in a it is what it is, but I think I've also been able to when I said in September I wanted us to all work on like being more assertive. I took that shit serious. And I feel like when you're assertive, you're just not hyper focused, even energetically. Um, so that could be it too, just when you're just kind of detached. Because I do see that. I see that you'll pull back from a lot. Yeah, and that happens. Like remember, I go through that stuff where sometimes I feel like honestly I get readings more so because it's just out of habit, and sometimes I do just want to see the energy, but I kind of already know what the energy is. So weird because then I'll be like, yeah, I already knew that. Like it's like I don't know how to explain it, but I think I'm in that place where I just know it's almost like if I like I'm trying to think of like what to say to make this make sense. Like I already have it. I'm definitely in that energy. So that makes sense, just because you do kind of tend to pull back, and sometimes you just want to like your energy just you just want to balance it out because once you kind of already more in that energy of like you are the opera power, which I meant to put it. I was gonna put up a post about that. You kind of detach from things. Um, with the Knight of Pentacles, I see you. So yeah, you're freedom. There's freedom when it comes to like your mind, your thoughts. With the Knight of Pentacles, I see you working hard. You're being very productive. You're gonna have a more steady routine. I feel in November, or you're wanting. They're saying to get on a routine, no matter what it is, right? So let's just say you decide like your Etsy orders, like treating it like a business. Oh, you're talking about that's so funny. So we're talking about Etsy, right? Like, let's just say they're wanting you to like get yourself in a routine, treat it like a 9 to 5. So let's just say you decide that your schedule is gonna be from, let's just say like 11 till 5, and then the rest of the orders that come in after 5, you'll deal with them the next day, or however you want to do it. Like they're wanting you to like get more on the schedule. I feel like it'll help you balance out too, is what they're saying. Um, I feel like with the devil here, let me get more of the cards because now we're on the second. The devil, the king of swords, the ace of cups with the queen of swords. Show me more. The nine of swords, the king of pentacles, the moon, the king of wands, the nine of wands, and the three of pentacles. Girl, I feel like you have some options coming in, but you're so with this king of swords and the queen of swords here, so we have the devil, the king of swords, the ace of cups, the queen of swords. when it comes to like your connection with your person, there still is a lot of attachment. You could even be feeling like sexual energy from him. I feel like he's gonna be in a very sexual energy rather than emotional for whatever reason, because he's showing up as the King of Swords, very mind over heart, very logical. Um, there's a the Ace of Cups is here, so there is a chance for a new opportunity here with you and him. But he is definitely showing up in a more sexual rather than emotional energy. I feel like with the Nine of Swords, the King of Pentacles, the Moon, the King of Wands, you have options coming in, but you're not really giving into them. Yeah, I see you being, especially with that Nine of Wands and Three of Cups, you're showing up as like very guarded, very almost like gearing up for the worst. I want to say be mindful of this energy because I feel like you could be entering a little bit of a state in November where you're showing up very pessimistic about love, um, about a relationship, about building with someone. So keep that in mind because I'm even seeing that in November where you're like detached or yeah, you're uncertain because the Six of Pentacles just jumped out in the reverse. Yeah, you're feeling like very iffy about love and connections in general. Um, so that's just something to keep in mind. Overall, I do feel like you're getting out of your head, not being too limiting. But I do see when it comes to love, there may be a little bit of you again being pessimistic about it. So that's what I have for you for November. And thank you, Jazz. I hope that was helpful. So it's weird because it's like I felt your detachment energy, but then it also feels like at some point you are gonna feel a bit pessimistic when it comes, and I feel like just connections in general. All right, and thank you, Jess. RJ, you can go ahead and post. RJ said so. She told me ask about her because of something she put. All right, let's see. What she put attention. He said I might as well go out with the bang tonight. bad, IJ. I'm doing something real quick. So how about in my readings? It's been coming out. Y'all know I don't ask about this, but it's come out that this guy is he's been talking to his friends and family about me, like about what to do, and he's I guess I mean from what I was getting, and though that was just random. Like I just got like random like I just asked like about the energy, and I had my girls that like we exchange readings with each other. Um, and yo, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I don't even be like, not that I don't care about that stuff, but I don't even be like looking for that stuff at all. All right, let's see. Was um was the Aries paying attention to IJ's whereabouts this weekend as well? Let's see. The Hangman reverse. The Seven of Cups. I feel like she noticed, but I don't feel like she was paying attention. The Strength card. She knows you were there. She knows you were there, but I don't feel. How can I say it? Um, yeah, the Three of Swords, the Moon, and the Devil. So I'm getting a. Show me the Devil. The Two of Swords. Yeah, I'm gonna say no, IJ. I feel like yeah, she does know that you were there. She does. She noticed that you were there. She saw it through like the post. I do feel like she thought about it for a little bit, but I'm getting detached from this energy. So I feel like she is yeah, like there's distance in this energy. I feel like she's like hyper focused on her own situation is what I get. Um yeah, I get avoidance again. So I feel like yeah, I feel like she did notice. I think that she maybe like, scrolled and saw what she saw, but I don't feel like she was kind of like in this place where she was like super focused. I feel like the other one was um like I get again like I feel like she scrolled, she saw a few posts, but as far as like how do you say that? As far as like paying attention, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna definitely say no. Um, I feel like she may be having a little too much going on her end, and I feel like she's definitely hyper focused on her own situation. Let me see. Was this because of somebody she's with? Yeah, like the Six of Wands with the Seven of Wands. So definitely going through something with her partner, is what I'm gonna say, and I think that's something that she was definitely focused on. So yeah, that's what I have for you, IJ. I think had it been a different time for her, like maybe this was like earlier this year, or maybe even a year ago, like today, she definitely would have been like stalking. I also feel like she at one point she probably was like, oh, I wonder what he's doing out here, and then she saw what she saw. with it. I don't need those problems. Yeah. All right. Let's see. For lucky. If anyone that's donated already wants to send, you guys can. I'm gonna be on for like maybe like another 15 minutes. All right. So lucky. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. What should I be communicating to him when he reaches out or we see each other again for the best outcome? All right, let's see. I feel like you need to be upfront with him, but let me get some cards because I feel like spirit is already talking. All right, let's see. Yeah, see, be assertive with the Nine of Pentacles. Like you need to be assertive with him, like almost like let him know, like this is what I want. This is who I am, and this is what I want. Are you gonna step it up or not? And I feel like the more assertive you are, the better it is because I do feel like you guys have a certain attachment to one another that needs to be cleared in the most healthy way. So like with the devil being here, it's like we have this chemistry. We have chemistry because I'm not getting anything bad with the devil, but we need to figure out how do we create something that is healthy here because I feel like you and him can go like you have so it's like we're standing in the middle and either you guys can go and get really toxic or we can have something healthy. So like you just being clear on what you're wanting and then letting him know like either you're gonna step it up or I want you to step aside because I feel like once he sees you being more assertive with that I feel like it's gonna make him step it up. Show me more. Yeah, the Three of Cups here. So the seed is what I'm saying. Like, you guys can have a good time, or you guys can go toxic. So, also like deciding, like this is the thing. In a way, like you have to forget about whatever he's feeling or doing, and what are you feeling? Like, do I love this man? Do I want to be with this man? Do I want to have something here? Because you're the one that's gonna decide where this goes, right? And if you're assertive that you know, but I want to be with this man. I love him. I do feel that he will step it up. What does that mean? Like propose a relation? What do you mean? What does what mean? We gotta ask like um yeah, you could do an in-depth just. You'll be my well yeah, you could do an in-depth. You'll probably be my last person. What part do you want me to like you mean like him stepping it up? The Eight of Cups reversed, the Four of Swords. Right, like you letting him know, right, whatever you decide that you want in the relationship. So that's why I said, like, you have to decide first and foremost, what do you want with him? Forget about his intentions, right? You decide what you want with him, and then you let him know, this is what I want, whether it's a commitment, whether it's, a friends with benefits, whether it's just friends. But either way, this is what I want, and either, again, you step it up or you don't. So then you tell him that, like, I want to get to know you better. So however that works out for you, like whether it's dating, whether it's spending time together, and just make that clear to him. Because I do feel like you need to kind of like, I see renewal for you and him, because I have the Eight of Cups and the Four of Swords. To me, there's renewal here. There will be a time where you and him reconnect, but like I said, if you are not clear on what you're wanting, then it kind of just creates that uncertainty in him too. Anything else that the Page of Swords with the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups, I feel like this is, again, this is about getting to know him more. So I feel like, again, just find new ways of communication with him, and again, just be clear about what you're communicating. Be grounded, because the Queen of Pentacles is very grounded. She's very welcoming. She's very loving, and I feel like that's the way that you can create him to be more emotionally, um, I want to say available, even if he doesn't show it. I feel like if you're more grounded in your communication and you're more clear in your communication, he will, again, open up more emotionally. So that's what I have for you, love. I hope that was helpful. You're welcome. All right, Jess, you can post. I'm going to use the bathroom. Um, yeah, Lucky, you can send. If you already donated on this live, you got 5 more minutes before I officially close. All right. All right. Let's just. You're welcome. All right, we got the 2 of Wands. The Hierophant. The 4 of Swords. The Ace of Wands reverse. Is this him? Is this him? Yeah, this is him. Um, with the Page of Wands, this is him. So right now there's hesitation on taking action on his part. It's like with this 2 of Wands and the Hierophant, he knows that in order for progress to happen here, he has to step out, right? Step out of his comfort zone. And I feel like this was coming up for him a lot, like in the readings, um, right before, everything happened a few weeks ago. It was like he has to get out of his comfort zone. He has to get out of his comfort zone. And it's like showing up again, right? He needs to. No, this is for Jess. I'm doing Jess reading, and then it's you. Yeah, it's not. This is not your reading, Bucky. Girl, you crazy. What time is it for you right now? You need to go to sleep. Oh, it did. So, wait, can you guys hear me? I can you guys hear me. So, like, that energy is coming up again for him, just, right? Like, needing to get out of the comfort zone, needing to, like, instead of planning and always plan, he's in this cycle of planning with no movement. So, it's like he has the intentions without the action. With the Hierophant, I feel like he's being nudged to trust himself, to let go of whatever is holding him back. But with the 4 of Swords and the Ace of Wands reverse, he's still in this resting place. He's still in this place of retreat, of solitude, um, of contemplation. And with the Ace of Wands showing up reverse, there's a delay in his actions. Um, I feel like there's lack of motivation. Like I feel like this guy is right now, he's lacking will. Like lacking will is what I'm getting. Like his will is just down. I'm gonna say. Show me more. What is the Knight of Wands is here with the Ten of Wands. See, he goes back and forth. So it's like right now the connection is, I'm gonna say, at a standstill because of his where he's at. And we know, if we're gonna go into manifestation, that there's something that maybe in your energy is causing like the stagnant energy here. Because I do get that he sometimes, like, he'll get up and he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna reach out, like I'm gonna, I'm gonna make something happen. And then with the Ten of Wands, it's like he just gets down, right, and like it starts to feel heavy. It starts to feel like hard work. I will say the 10 is a completion, so hopefully I want to see what else comes out before I even say anything else. The moon with the Queen of Cups. He's so in his head. It's crazy. So in his head. That's good, Just, because that's a way of detaching, and I think sometimes you have to do like that's happened to me. And I was talking about this earlier, where I was just like, I have my manifestations that like my desire. You were always manifesting, anyways, but I'm not sitting here hyper focused like all day, like checking and like lurking and like just it's just not healthy. And at the end of the day, like honestly, I was talking to one of my friends that we read, right, at High Priestess. I know she won't mind if I share this, but I was talking to her about it, and I said, "Do you like check up on your man's social media and stuff like that?" She was like, "No." Like I said, "Does he check yours?" She's like, "Rarely." And then I was like, "When you post to like get his attention?" She was like, "No." And like I was like, "Exactly." Like, and she started laughing. I'm like, "Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're in a connection with someone, you're not gonna be doing that kind of stuff, like, because it won't matter, right?" So it's like you can't be claiming that you're this with this person, but then you're spending hours and you know so much time of your day lurking and looking for stuff and like trying to see what they're doing. If that person was yours and y'all been together for a few years, you wouldn't be doing that stuff. So it was just something that I wanted, which I'm gonna make a video on that. But I feel like there's just a lot with him, a lot of fear and anxiety, but I also feel like there's a sense of fear of you walking away, because see, he values you, right? Even though he's doing whatever he's doing, he values you and he values how you think of him. And I think that right now, I think he's struggling with a lot of things because of his actions recently. I think that that fucked him up more, and it's more because of how he's he's worried about how you're viewing him now. Even though you do show up as very compassionate, very loving, very caring, he's worried. Um, However, too, with the moon, to me, this is also that card of you don't know what's going on behind the scenes is actually bringing this together. So just remember that, Jess. This is a card of the subconscious mind. So I feel like he could be in this energy because he's receiving everything that you're sending his way, and then he's just like, oh fuck, oh fuck. It took a lot of me to not react, but yeah, I get what you're saying. The Empress is here, so again, he does value you. He has you on a really high pedestal. He's very nurturing, very loving, very caring. Oh my God, he's coming out as the King of Cups. So he's trying to match your energy, and I think that this is his struggle, because he knows he probably does. So with saying that, like, even you saying it took a lot out of you to not react by following him. He felt that. He felt that energy, and he may have felt like you were disgusted with him, and that's okay. He could feel that way because his actions are very like odd, considering he's the one that kind of started initiating. Look, the Knight of Swords. I feel like when you least expect it, just because I have the Knight of Swords, and it came out with the look. You're coming out again. I shuffled this deck. You're showing up as the knight with the Queen of Wands with the Nine of Wands behind her. You, I feel like he may feel your energy is a little guarded. Um, he may feel. I think he's feeling that energy, just for sure, because there's an energy of like disappointment. Like he's disappointed you, and I feel like he hates. It's crazy because I feel like he rather you be angry at him than disappointment. Like he'd rather you just be like fuck you than for you to be like, yeah, you're disappointed. So right now he's just afraid of how you see him. Like I think this is a guy that wouldn't give a fuck about how anybody else sees him, but with you he does. Yeah, no, it's good. I feel like it's a good thing that he's in this place because to me, you gotta be fucking human. You gotta like you if not if he thought that this you would just be a okay, then he's kind of inhuman. Like there's just no way. So I think that right now the connection there is a lot of battle in his mind. There's a little bit of a lack of will here, but it has everything to do with like just where the energy is at. Like obviously he's getting what you're putting out. Like we know that because y'all have seen my person. Like yo, today he posted something on his story that I was gonna post on mine. And I'm like, you can't make this shit up, bro. Like I literally was gonna repost that yesterday. And I didn't. And then I saw that he had it up there this morning and I was like, what the fuck? Like you can't make that kind of this is not coincidental. This stuff happens with me and him all the time. So he's definitely getting what you're sending out. I think right now you stay where you're at, like your energy. I mean, obviously, I don't want you to be dwelling on anything or like having negative thoughts and stuff like that. They're gonna happen. Continue to do what you're doing. But I mean, the energy where you're just like, yeah, I'm on my phone. You're gonna have to come the fuck up here. Like, you're gonna have to step it the fuck up and meet me here because I'm not going down there. So, I hope that was helpful, guys. It's not a bad thing to worry. It's not a bad thing to like for someone to worry. Because you know what too, when someone worries about how you view them, in essence, they value you. Because if they didn't, they wouldn't care about how you view them. All right, let's see. And I'm officially done for tonight. That is where I'm loaded. All right, let's see. Um, oh, what is the truth of what I want with N? What do you mean? Like what you're wanting with him? Let's see. So like you're wanting clarity on yourself, like your higher self. Let's see. What does she want? What does she want with him? Deep down, what are her true intentions too? Let's do that. What are her true intentions? What does she truly want? Is this coming from ego? Is this coming from love? No, it's really not a crazy question. I just had to reread it, but it's really not. Let's see. You know what? This is a good question because actually it gives you clarity. Because even with my person, I had to ask myself this: like, do I want this man? Like, is it out of ego or is it out of pure feelings? Like true pure feelings, and it was. So that's crazy. Because look, with the chariot, I feel like see, you definitely want to move into calmer waters with him. Like leave behind the baggage, leave behind the negativity, like release the the BS, right? And with the Page of Wands, you are very curious about discovering what this connection is, but there is a bit of confusion Show me more, because I the Two of Swords is clarified by the Chariot, so I feel like what they're trying to say is your confusion is going to clear up, because I think that they can't really see it either. There's a lot of confusion here, but I want to say, like, Spirit is saying, like, now that you're aware of that you need to get clear, there's going to be progress here. You may have to be a little bit head over heart when it comes to, like, really deciding. Show me more. What does she want with her? The Seven of Swords. With the Three of Cups. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like Spirit is they're needing you. You may have to meditate, Lucky. And like I said, now that you're aware and it's in your awareness, maybe journal. Like, because your energy is way too clouded. So even like your higher like self or like spirits are not sure, because it shows up as a friendship. With the Three of Cups, it's showing up as friendship, as like a supportive friend, but then that doesn't feel honest. Four of Swords reversed with a star. What's with the star? The Queen of Cups. See, I'm gonna say I feel like you could be masking your confusion with let's just be friends, but I feel like deep down you kind of see, or you're hopeful that there will be more than just a friendship here. So I want to say there is gonna be clarity that comes up for you, because right now, yeah, it's there's a lot of cloudiness, but what I'm seeing here, you're showing up as like, oh, we're friends. Like, I rather, it's almost like you're protecting yourself right now. So you're kind of like setting yourself up. So you're just like, well, we could just be friends, right? But deep down, that's not really what you want. You don't have to look, the Two of Cups. Yeah, you both are confused, and I feel like you both are confused because so you're showing up as confused, and so is he. So, but I feel like this is what I was saying earlier. I've tried to find, yes, truth friend zone. So, and this is what I was telling you earlier, right? Once you get clear that this is what you want, like you want this, because I'm gonna tell you something. Me and my person went through something. I'm not gonna get into details, and for a while I was very confused about what I wanted, right? A long while. And when I say I got no movement, no nothing, like it was dead silence. It was disconnect. It was just chaotic. And once in like I want to say like in July, the end of June, early July, I literally was like, yo, I am in love with him. Like I was able to like really like admit that to myself. And I literally was like, I'm in love with this man. Like this is who I see like my future with. Like this is again, I'm in love with this man, right? And even the other day, one of my friends was like, "Oh my god, like you're in love with him," and all this stuff. And let me tell you something. That's when I started to see movement. I started to see like a lot more closeness. Okay, is what I'm gonna say. A lot more like just started to like see movement in the 3D. Like, and when I say that, I mean like just certain things happening that were not happening at all prior to that. So for me, it's like once you get clear on that, because at first I was like, no, like, yes, I want him. And then the next day was like, no, I don't. He was an asshole. And then the next day is like, wait, no, I do want him. Like, I do have feelings for him. I'm in love. Like, it was just a back and forth. But once I got really, like, straightforward, like, this is what it is, I think it just, I felt weird, like, being clear on the fact that I was in love with him. And even one of my friends said the other day, she was like, yeah, she's like, she's one of my friends that we exchange readings. And she's like, no, you definitely do have pure feelings for him. Like, you do. So I feel like get clear on that, because right now your energy is confused. And so spirit doesn't know what you're wanting. Because once you decide, your spirits, like the universe, whatever you believe in, God is going to make it happen for you. Trust me. It will. So, I would definitely say try to get clear on that, and you're gonna see a big difference. Even people that I coach, when they tell me that they're manifesting like their person back or whatever, I'll ask them like why. So you have to get clear on that too. Do you believe in God? Because I pray. I ask God. Honestly, that was one of my questions. So it's funny that you're saying that because I was like, I need you to show me. Like, is he the one? Because I've always said that, like, what if God has something better for me? Like, what if there's somebody else? What if this? What if that? And like, I'm telling you, July, I really like. I want to say the end of June, I started really like praying, like, and just like asking God. And I literally remember I asked God. I was like, I need you to show me. Like, if you show me, and it is not him, I'll let this go. Like, I'll let it go energetically. I'll let it go energetically, spiritually, emotionally. I let it go. And I'm gonna tell you something. Right after that, just could tell you, when I say like showed me, he showed me this man. So, and I just been letting it, unfold, um, in the best way possible. But I literally say, because I've always been that person. Like, but what if there's a better option? I mean, not saying that it can't be, but I wanted to go directly to the source. Like, show me, show me the money. So yeah, I would definitely say pray on it. Just take your time, you know, because I feel like once you're clear, it's just the energy feel. We're all one consciousness. They could tell you. They could tell you. I'm gonna tell you something. I could think of something today, or I could be sitting here right now and thinking like I'm gonna post about Bad Bunny. The one day I was literally on live. I said I'm gonna post about Bad Bunny when I get off here. When I went on fucking Instagram, guess who had posted something with a Bad Bunny song? Like, this happens all the time with me and him. There was one day, I'm gonna tell you this. I literally told Jess, I always, me and Jess joke around and stuff like that. Well, we talk like if we already have our manifestations. I was like, girl, I'm gonna go work out with my man later on, right? Joking. But in my head, I said, I am going to fast the next 21 days. I was like, you know what? I should do a fast. Like, the next 21 days, I want to fast. I go work out, shower. When I looked on fucking Facebook, this man posted that he was on a fast. Day one of day 10 is what he said. And day one of day 10 of a watermelon fast. That I literally was like, what the fuck? That was one of the first. But when I tell you, like, this happens, and so your one consciousness, your energy is going to dictate how they move. So I hope that was helpful. Because I could talk about this stuff all night. You're welcome. No, I'm going to think about him posting me. And I'm gonna be like, Jess, oh my god, you fucking posted me out of nowhere. You're welcome. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Yes, because I'm like tired. Bye. Love you, girls. Have a good night. I'm gonna do a manifestation live tomorrow. That's what I'll do.